and welcome to this MYXclusive interview. I'm BJ and for today we have another international artist joining us. She is an Australian indie folk singer-songwriter. She just released her The Pinnacle EP. It contains 5 tracks. One of them is Dance Floor, which is also out right now as a single, and we'll be talking about more of her music, how she started in the industry. So please welcome for her first ever Philippine interview, all the way from Australia, we have Asha Jeffries.
Hello.
Hello, Asha.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you? We heard that there in Australia, you can now do shows. You can now go out. Good for you guys.
Totally. Yeah, it's been a bit of a weird and wonderful kind of time this year. It's been really lovely.
That's great to hear. Here in the Philippines, we're still at home. We're still on lockdown. We call it the alert level 4. We can't even
True.
do gatherings yet, but it's great that over there, music is flourishing now. We can't wait to reach that level as well. But while we wait for that, Asha, would you like to greet everyone watching right now? We're live on 5 platforms: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Kumu, and TikTok.
Amazing. That's incredible. Yeah,
Yes, you'd
awesome.
like to greet your Filipino fans who are
Oh,
watching?
yes. Hello. Hello, everybody. It's nice to meet everybody.
Asha, have you ever been to the Philippines?
I have not. I've always wanted to go. Yeah, I'm really hoping to do some touring once the world opens up again. It would be
Yes.
amazing.
And I believe you just toured, right? I mean, you had a national tour in Australia.
Yeah, it feels really weird to say, but I did go on tour in May and played some shows around Australia, and they were incredible. It was like the best opening party back into touring. It was amazing.
Ooh, well, we're happy for you. And I wish, you can also tour here in Manila in the future, when everything's safe.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
what have you been hearing about your Filipino fans, or maybe they're active online, or maybe you have some Filipino friends over there in Australia?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think also there've been some really cool playlists that some of my music has been added to some Philippine playlists through Spotify, which has been amazing to see. It's been awesome.
Hmm. Well, we can't wait to hear more about your story, Asha. So let's get right to it. Can you tell us how you fell in love with music? Is it something that you've been loving to do since you were young?
Totally. Yeah, I was a total diva as a kid. I was just like a total pop star. I really wanted to like perform for everyone that ever came over to my family's house and just like grab them and like put them on the couch and just like put on a performance for them. Um,
Wow.
so I had this like real like entertaining performance kind of nature as a kid. I wanted to be like, I don't know, Taylor Swift and Hilary Duff. I wanted to be them. And so, yeah, my love for like performing just really flourished. And I was singing all the time. And then I guess I got into music that my parents listened to, like Jeff Buckley and a lot of Australian artists like Kate Mulahike, Powderfinger, who are from Brisbane, was where I live. And I was just, yeah, so inspired by their songwriting and their connection to um, just themselves and their ability to express how they're feeling. So I think my love for songwriting really like flourished from there. And I've been doing it ever since.
Wow. So there was nothing else for you in the future. Like, when you were a kid, when you were asked, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? It was never a doctor, a lawyer, an astronaut. It was always a musician for you.
It was always like be a diva. That was like my main career. It was like
Not a
be a pop
musician,
star.
a diva,
A
a
diva.
pop
Be a
star.
diva. Yes,
I love
totally.
that. Okay. All right. Now, not everyone who has that mindset, really goes for it and really has the talent for it. So, like, how did you hone your craft, especially with playing musical instruments as well? Did you teach yourself? Did you go to formal lessons for that?
I was always singing and I was always like writing things down as a kid, just like making
Mm-hmm.
like silly songs. And then my dad kind of like taught me one chord on the guitar. He plays guitar like very averagely. And so
I was
I
gonna ask,
started.
oh, is he a musician
Oh,
too?
are
And
they a
then,
musician? Totally. No, no, no. My dad is a very average musician. He loves music so much.
okay.
But yeah, so I started playing guitar, and then it just felt like a really good synergy of playing guitar and singing and writing all combined into one. And then I just became obsessed with it. And I think the real intention behind it was, okay, like I have these songs, I want to perform to people. So I was really fortunate to just out of nowhere receive all these opportunities to play at school fetes, and just, gigs all around Queensland. So any opportunity I'd get to just get up on a stage and be a diva, when I was 12, was just incredible.
I also saw you perform at like a TED Talks or something. You were playing the piano. Like, how about that? Where did you learn to play the keys?
Yeah, I kind of just taught myself keys. I'm still like not very good, but I just kind of learned to play piano sporadically. And I love it so much. I'm actually living in a house right now that has about like 5 grand pianos in it, which is crazy.
What?
So like I feel like I'm really learning how to play more of it now, which is exciting.
Wait, so that's not your family house, I
No,
assume.
no,
So
I'm
what
living
kind of
in
house is it? Like a musician's house?
Kind of, yeah. I'm living in a share house with just like a bunch of like creative people. And one of them who used to live here used to like restore old pianos. And one of the guys who live here like tunes pianos. So we just have all these like amazing pianos in our house that I write songs on now. It's really cool.
Very convenient.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So, did you write any of your songs from the Pinnacle right there in those pianos?
Not these pianos, no. But a lot of the songs actually started on piano for the EP. Like I'd go into the studio and work with an amazing producer called Aidan Hogg, and we'd kind of flesh out the ideas and the structure and the sound. And then I'd go off on my own, find a beautiful piano somewhere, and yeah, that's where I kind of honed down on the lyrics and the melodies of all the songs, which is really, really fun.
Yay. Speaking of all the songs, what would you say is like the common denominator of the songs or like the main theme of your EP?
Um, I guess like all of these songs are written from like a very confused and isolated and vulnerable place, like I wrote these songs last year when, the pandemic in Australia like hit really, really hard.
Hmm.
And I think, yeah, a lot of my expression of getting those feelings out was through writing these songs. And yeah, a big theme is kind of like the acceptance and the letting go of like, hey, I feel unsure and I feel isolated, and like that's okay, and kind of feeling a lot of closure and acceptance around feelings, I guess.
Hmm. And why did you decide to name it The Pinnacle?
Yeah, that was like the last thing that happened. I went on a trip down to Tasmania, which is so beautiful. Like it's such a beautiful place. It's like kind of part of Australia. It's like down the bottom. Like it has
Ooh.
its own little island. And it's just so natural and beautiful. And there was this walking track called The Pinnacle, and I don't know, something really resonated with me about it. And just the idea of like walking up a big summit to the peak and the height of your feelings, and then like letting those emotions just kind of crash down and like let them all break into pieces, felt it felt very connected to all of the songs that I'd written. They were like really big extremes of everything that I'd been feeling.
I love that explanation, the pinnacle of emotions. That's
True.
great. Yes, I love that explanation. So now let's talk about one of the songs. As you mentioned, these are songs you wrote during this crazy time, and one of them is Dance Floor. And when people hear that a song is titled Dance Floor, they immediately think, okay, so it's a dance song, it's an upbeat song about going to bars and being with your friends. But this one is quite different. So can you tell us about Dance Floor?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I wrote Dance Floor during this time last year where like the world, like Australia was kind of opening back up. Like you were able
Mm.
to go out and socialize and go to bars, but you couldn't dance. And like I'd never been much of a dancer. Like I'd never been much of like a raver in my life. But, you know, going out into these environments where like you just kind of had to sit with your drink and talk to your friends while like loud DJ music plays was so weird, and it felt so confronting and so alienating. And I think that's when
Mm-hmm.
all these feelings of like, you know, what had changed in the world, it kind of really sunk in for me. And the song is so much about, you know, wanting to connect back into that part of yourself where you're just expressing intuitively. And yeah, where dancing is just such a beautiful, natural thing that people do and you don't even really think about it. So that was like such a big influence for that.
Oh. Well, it's great that you wrote about it because a lot of people can relate to that feeling, and even here in the Philippines, even though we're from different parts of the world, we're still experiencing the same thing, and it's very relatable. Now, here on Mix, we play out music videos on our channel on TV, and your fans vote for it. They vote every day on our official website, so we're really interested in the music videos as well. So are there any plans on doing a video for Dance Floor? I mean, I saw the stairwell version. It's great, but is there an official music video coming out for the official track?
It's so funny that you ask that because I actually filmed a music video for Dance Floor. And it was
Really?
like it's a video of me in a car park, and my friend
Okay.
Emily was filming it. And it's just literally me like spinning and dancing around in a circle. And so we were filming this video, right? And like the last 10 seconds of the song, I fall over and I fractured my ankle.
Oh my
And
goodness,
I was
no!
on crutches for like 4 weeks.
Oh
Um,
my god!
and so
Wait,
I
was that the first take? Did you at least get good takes before that?
no, that was like the first good take. Yeah. And then I like
Oh.
really summed up. I was like, should I still release it? Like, should I show people me falling down and like yelling out in pain?
Mm-hmm.
But I think maybe I'll do it again, or like there'll be, you know, like there'll be a dance floor music video emerging at some point. But yeah, it was such a funny, sad experience.
But please do release that BTS or that behind the scenes video
I
after
will,
you release the official one. We'd love to see
totally.
that.
It'll be on the internet for sure.
Okay. Now let's talk about the stairwell version. I am a huge fan of acoustic, stripped down versions of songs, and this is a really beautiful one. And is it unplugged?
It is, yeah. So it's just
Oh,
me and this acoustic guitar. Yeah.
hmm. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
how was that experience like shooting that stairwell version, and why a stairwell version?
Yeah, I don't know. There's something really beautiful about the acoustics in stairwells, and they're so beautiful and just echoey. And it was actually filmed at my old high school. So my old high school has this incredible like staircase, and
Hmm.
all the students, you know, put art on the walls. So it felt like a really good like just connection with, you know, my old high school. But I think I really wanted to put out like a live version of the song, and there'll be more like live versions coming out of other songs from the EP. Um,
Hmm.
because like the EP is so it has a lot of production and instrumentation on it, and I love just like stripping things back and making it a whole lot more minimal. So that was, yeah, it's been a really awesome experience just cutting everything back.
Exactly. So it's nice for fans, to have two versions of a song, especially those who enjoy, the big instruments, but also, sometimes you just want to lay down and enjoy
Chill out.
a stripped down version. Yes. Now let's talk about "Cry Baby." What can you tell us about this song?
Yeah, Crybaby, that was like a peak moment of making the EP when we wrote Crybaby. Um, I wrote it about like a relationship that I was in. It was kind of like transforming and breaking down, and I guess it was this real pivotal point of re-emerging my identity and kind of letting go of certain things and being able to like cruise on to the next chapter of my life. Um, yeah, it was like a really incredible experience writing that song. I felt like it was a
Mhm.
totally different sound for me to start writing in. Um, yeah, it's really special to me.
Well, speaking of your sound, for those who haven't heard your EP yet, The Pinnacle, how would you describe the sound of Asha Jeffries there?
I would describe it as like a soft glow, immersive experience. I'm gonna go with that.
Soft glow immersive experience. There you go, guys. So after this interview, after watching it, do check out the whole EP, The Pinnacle, and also the other versions uploaded on YouTube. Where can they follow you, Asha?
Yes. So I'm on all the socials. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, just under Asha Jeffries.
There you go. Okay. Is there any artist out there that you love to collaborate with? I mean, I always love asking artists this, especially those who are relatively younger and maybe they have idols that they want to collaborate with in the future. Because, today anything is possible, especially with the technology nowadays. Everyone is reachable. Everyone's collaborating from different genres, different countries. So for you, Asha, let's say sky's the limit. Anyone would say yes to you instantly. Who would you want to collaborate with?
Ooh. I feel like I'm just gonna go with the two people that just popped up in my head, which
Mm-hmm.
is Sharon Van Etten
Mm-hmm.
and Angel Olsen. They're like two mega babes that I'm just obsessed with, and I feel like I would learn so much from collaborating with them. Yeah, it'd be amazing.
Well, now that we've manifested into the world, let's hope for the best. We will
Let's
be
hope for
waiting for
it.
that moment to come true. But for now, while we wait for that, to everyone watching right now, please do listen to The Pinnacle. It's a 5-track EP. Again, it's a soft glow, immersive experience. So, guys, do try it. And also, there are videos online. Do search for it. Asha has released many songs aside from this EP, so do listen to them as well. And follow her on her social media accounts. And when the official music video comes out for Dance Floor, please vote for it on our official website, mixph.com, so that it may enter our mix charts. But for now, Asha, what is your final message to all of your fans or to everybody watching right now? Maybe there are those who were just introduced to you through this interview. What would you like to tell them?
Yes. Well, hey, thanks for watching this. Thanks for listening to us talking. For anyone that does live in Brisbane, is located here, I am actually playing a show to celebrate the EP on the 28th of October in Brisbane at the Bearded Lady. So if you'd like to see the EP live with my beautiful, lovely band, feel free to come along. There are tickets on socials.
There you go. October 28th, The Bearded Lady. She will be playing the whole EP, so we hope that you can join her there. But for now, that's it for our MYXclusive interview. Thank you so much for joining us, Asha Jeffries.